Okay. Now, Sujaji, explain me what we discuss in this chapter 4 or Updesa 4.
Yes, ma'am. In chapter 4, we discussed about the Pinda. Chapter 4 is Pinda Adhara, foundation of Pinda. So in this, we discussed about Nija Shakti, which is the main Shakti of the Pinda. So it is the highest illuminating Shakti, and it has two forms, which is Kula and Akula. Kula is the revealed form or manifested form or Karya Shakti, and it has fivefold, which is Para, Satta, Ahanta, Sphurata, and Kala. Kula is the Shakti form, and Akula is Shiva form. Akula is unrevealed or unmanifest form or Karana, and it has different names: Aparampada, Anama, Parapara.
Okay.
So next we discussed about Kundalini Shakti.
Okay, now Sujaji. Okay, thank you till now. Now Saksiji, continue after that.
Yes, ma'am. So, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, it is clear.
Okay. So next we have discussed Kundalini Shakti, the energy which is the substratum for all the manifestation. It is a parapara form. Parapara basically matter and Chaitanya. Then we have discussed about like Kundali is the supporter or the Adhara for the Pinda, which it is in two forms, Sthula and Shukshma. Sthul is basically the grosser form, and Sukshma is subtler form. And in Sthul we having, matlab Sthul is having form and Sukshma is formless. Then two faces of Kundalini, that is Prabhuda and Aprabhuda. Prabhuda is the highest one with awakening, which is also known as Niruthana state, and Aprabhuda is the sleeping or the resting stage of Kundalini. Then we have discussed the Kundalini having three stages on the basis of quality. The first one is Adha Shakti or the lower one. Mm, and the next is Madhya Shakti or the middle one. Then Urdhva, higher one. So higher one, this lead the aspirant to the Parampada. And by Mool Bandha, like when we will apply Mool Bandha, the extension and contraction theory of Mooladhara will activate the Kundalini to the Supreme Shakti, basically to the Prabudha stage.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Saksiji and Sujaji. So today we are going to start our 5th chapter. I'm sharing my screen. Just confirm me whether this my slide is visible or not. My slide is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Okay. So this is your Upadesa 5. What is the name of this Upadesa? Who can tell me?
Ma'am, me.
Yes. No, Karthik ji, unmute yourself and tell me.
Yes, madam. Are you listening my voice?
Ha.
The 5th chapter, madam.
Yes. What is the name of this Upadesa? 5th chapter name.
Pinda Dharma.
Pinda?
Adhara.
Hey. You forgot. Now we are only discussing about the Pinda Dharna. That is your Upadesa 4. Then how Upadesa 5 also same?
Pinda Pada Samarasabhava.
Then how you forgot? Huh?
No, Adi, here sound is somewhat varies.
Again repeat, what is the name of this chapter? Pindapada?
Samarasabhava.
Pindapada Samarasabhava. Okay. So chapter name is Pindapada Samarasabhava. As we know, Pinda is the body. Here Pada means the supreme consciousness or is the Paramatma. Here it is talking about or supreme reality, which is the another name is Parampada. Then how this Pinda will be combined with this Pada, that union is called here Samarasabhava. Okay, the unity of Pinda with the supreme reality. Unity of the body with that super consciousness or with that parampad. That is discussed here. So when it will be started in this Upadesa, first Guru Gorakshanath is telling the yogi, the sadhak who is undergoing this, all the practices, whatever they discuss till Upadesa 4, what is how the yogi will be started from the microcosm. Okay, from the Brahmanda, from this universe, he started his journey. But when they continue his sadhana and continue and get progress in his sadhana, then he will know and he will reach at a point. What is that point? That is the self, swatma. Okay, so he started journey from the microcosm, but reach at the microcosm. Okay, so in this journey, when he reached at that point, then what happened? When at that point he know that what is present in the outside, that is only present in our body, and that is only in our what is present in our body, that is also present in the outside. So this journey, and when he reached that point, he is able to know, and that situation, that progressive in this sadhana is called as the Pindapada Samarasabhava. So what are the qualities when he gets this Pindapada Samarasabhava? What are the qualities in the yogi or sadhak we will find after this Samarasikaran, and how this Samarasikaran will be happen in the yogi sadhana, that is described in this chapter. Okay, so let's see first what is discussed here. Yes.
Samarasikaran means unity.
Yes, unity, combination.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, union. So only through here union means when one sadhak will be continue his sadhana, he is able to know that what is we are only thinking about that I am that. Okay, that is in this sense he is Guru Gorakshanath is telling, he just how the duality of the mind is present in the yogi, that will be destroyed in this stage when he reach at that Atma. Okay, when he meet that Atma or meet that soul, that he know that is no duality of the mind is there. I am not differ from that. He is able to know that I am that. Okay, I am not differ from that consciousness. I am not different from that Paramatma. I am present in that Atma, and he is only inside me. Okay, that consciousness development and that knowledge is called here the Samarasikaran. Okay, or the union of
Like
that. Yes,
like Aham Brahmasmi, na?
yes. Aham Brahmasmi. Okay, I am that only. So here we will cover first only through Guru one will achieve the Parapada state, how that will be achieved, that state that is discussed here, the procedure and the stages, and also the path of yoga is also described here. That path of yoga is the superior one. Whatever the other paths are there are inferior one. Okay. So then after discussing about this about this yoga superior yoga path, then he discussed about the 4 stages of sadhana, that is your sahaja, sayam, Sopaya and Advaita state. Then also discuss about the development of the yogi, how he will be achieved that state, that samarasikaran, how many years it will be take, and in which year it will, how the yogi will be develop his quality, and what will be get to his siddhi in this year. In the he is according to the Guru Gorakshnath, that one yogi or sadhak, when he started his journey of the supreme or the spiritual journey, it will be take 12 years. So first year, what is the development, and second year, what is the progressive stage is there, that all 12 stages also cover in this Upadesa 5. So after discussing all, then lastly he defined what are the qualities of the yogi. How you will be know that this is a Sadguru or Guru. The differentiation means Guru is everyone, maybe Guru. But Sadguru may be defined, and that characteristics you here, Guru Gorakshnath discuss about that. And the same topic will be continue in the Upadesa 6 also. Okay. So let's see first one, how one will be achieve that Paramapada state. Okay. So when he started the yogi or sadhak, when started his journey of the spirituality and the spiritual path, then how he will be achieve that Paramapada state. Here Paramapada means the absolute reality, the Brahman. How one will be know about that Brahman, and one will be know about that Shiva, one will be know about that Pada. Okay, here it is Paramapada state means that absolute reality state it is talking about. Okay, then how one will be achieved? The firstly, Guru Gorakshnath is telling or describing that achieve only through the own experience. Okay, we cannot get that. If I also discuss you or I explain you about that Paramapada state, that Shiva is the Paramapada state. By only this knowledge, you cannot know that Shiva is actually the Paramapada state. That for that purpose, you need to do the practices. When you are continue your practices for the long days, then you will experience or you will feel that own by own you will know that self about or that Paramapada. Okay, so only this Paramapada state will be achieved through own experience. Okay, then second one here it is talking about only through guidance of Guru, guidance and grace of the Guru. And how it will be successful? Only through Guru will be your sadhana will be successful, and you need a Guru. Guru is means here it is defined as the Sadguru. Who is the Sadguru? Who will be achieve who also achieve that own experience, means the Guru who define or who experience that reality. That type of Guru is called here Sadguru, and that type of Guru only give you the guidance to achieve that state. Okay, without that type of experience of the Guru, a Guru is not called the Sadguru, and that type of Guru also not guided you in the proper path, how you will be develop your spiritual path. Okay, so here two things are most important. You have to achieve through your own experience, and second thing, this experience will become through how? Now through your guidance and grace of the Guru. Okay, not only the theory but also the practical knowledge is needed here. Then next is only through the practice of yoga. Okay, third things is required only through the practice of yoga, not by studying the scriptures or other things. If you study it and you will getting knowledge from the scriptures, that is not enough. You need to do the practice of the practical knowledge. How you will be get this practical knowledge? Only through the yoga. Okay, so through own experience and by the Guru grace or the practice of yoga, one will be attempt that Paramapada state. Okay, and according to the Guru Gorakshnath or according to this Nath philosophy, without yoga, if you are adopting any path, that is considered here the pakhanda or heretical path is here. Okay, if you are adopting the knowledge path, means only theoretical knowledge you are following, or you are just blindly follow a guru and you are just continue your sadhana, that is not enough, and that is not that will be not give you that paramapada state. Okay, so all this path beside the yoga only is the paramapada state. Yoga practices or yoga path will be give you that paramapada state. Whatever other paths is there, that are called here heretical or pakhanda path. Okay, so next, again he is discussing about the sequence, how one will be developed and how what happens when one will be regular and do his sadhana and continue his practice. Then what are the development and in which stage it will be continue, that will be discussed here. The sequence, the first one is by the constant practice of contemplation on one's true nature. Okay, so when one will be started his sadhana, what he need to do, that it is talking about after the that niruddhana state, means you will be get continue your practices immediately. You are, if you are in a early stage, you cannot do this practice, because you first need to develop, you need to control your senses and mind. So before this practice, you need to control your senses and mind, which will be particularly, it is not talking about the situation, but what Guru Gorakshnath is starting in this sloka, that when one will be knower, when one will be know, after that what the sequence, what is the stages will be he experienced, that is discussed here. Okay, so he just, when he knower of that pinda, means knower means where it is discussed in the second chapter, and third chapter also he know about the knowledge, then he know about the adhara, which is the adhara. So this all knowledge is one need to require. After this knowledge, when he goes through this knowledge, then only he started practicing what? Contemplation on one's true nature. Okay, then great siddha yogi get possessed of that form. What is that form? When in which form he is just tried to do the contemplation and try to focus on that nature, that will be possessed by that siddha yogi. Then in the third stage, what happened? Then due to curiosity of such form and by following Sadguru instruction, there arises the great state of niruddhana state. Okay, when he just continue his sadhana according to the Guru instruction, he started contemplation, means started concentrate on the particular nature repeatedly, and when this repetition will be continue, then due to curiosity, he will be get that state. What is that state? That is the niruddhana state. On that state is called here undisturbed state of consciousness. Okay, that is the supreme consciousness state. Then he got the glory of the Sachitananda, means then he is able to feel or able to experience that glory of that Sachitananda. Sachitananda means here it is talking about the Paramananda, the Paramapada. Their glory he is able to experience. Then in the fifth sequence, it will become that flash of miraculous glow appear, an illuminating state of consciousness develop, which is called paramapada. Okay, when he experienced that glory of the Sachitananda, what happened? The flash of miraculous glow will become or appear or illuminate. It will be brightening. That state of consciousness means that state of mind become bright and illuminating, and he will be know that paramapada or absolute will be present inside the know and experience. That is the difference. Know before this, but now here in this stage he is experienced that paramapada within. Okay, which is beyond all appearance and duality and non-duality supervence, means all type of changes will be destroyed in this state, and this is the truth. Able to know that this is the truth, that Parapada is the truth, that absolute state or absolute knowledge is the truth, and that state is the Parapada state, and that is your Niruddhana state. Okay, and this experience is called, when he got this truth is called as the Samarasikaran, or union of the Swapinda with the Shiva. Then he experienced that Swapinda means the individual soul, what that body have and what that pinda have, that will be combined with that supreme soul, and that is the called as the experience of the Samarasikaran. Okay, so in this way he will be get that yogi or sadhana, that Parapada state. All of you clear this slide?
Ma'am,
Yes.
in first line, like the contemplation on one's true nature, here he means pinda, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, all of you clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, in this slide. So after getting that experience, means the combination, when this combination will be, this union will be established, what happens? That yogi becomes a successful yogi. Then that successful yogi, that Parampad, Siddha yogi, what type of attire, means what type of ornaments, what type of clothes he need to wear. Need to wear means what type of clothes he wear, that is described here. The attire of a yogi after success over Pinda, when he know and success in his spiritual path, then what type of attire one will be wear, that sadhak is explained here. The first thing here Guru Krishna is telling that wearing conch and earrings means mudra. Mudra, earrings means here it is talking about the mudra, the wearing conch. Okay, the sankh and the mudra will be worn by the yogi, and he has just started growing hair, drinking pure amri. What do you mean by amri? Amri here means the nectar. Okay, the nectar which is come from the Brahma Gura, that will be drink, that type of, the yogi will be drink that amri. So that type of energy and that type of uh, what we say, that type of capacity will be he got, that he is drinking his pure amri and vigorously rubbing in the body. Different type of bhasma, you can see that many type of yogis are just vigorously rubbing in his body. Different type of bhasmas are there. So that is talking about here. Then live alone. He must be live in a alone place, or which is not a crowded area. Then morning and evening prayer. He just started continue his morning and evening prayer. Japa without expectation. He just started doing the japa without any expectation or without thinking about any result, and contemplation on the image of the Bhairava. Okay, he started contemplation on the image of the Bhairava. So here most important, on which image he just started contemplation, that is the Bhairava. Okay, so he's, because all the things are continue with the Shiva, but here it is stated that the name is Bhairava. So his worship in prescribed manner, he started worship in a prescribed manner, means in the systematic way he started. Then blowing the conch and horn, and wearing the lion cloth, wooden sandals, and upper garment, external garment, a blanket, an umbrella, and again, okay, a water jar which is called as the kamandal. Then applying the ashes in the form of 3 lines, which is the trikunda. He applying 3 lines on his forehead. Okay, that is called as the trikunda. And salutation to the guru. Every time he just started, he just doing his salutation and give his service to his guru. Then in this way, these are the attires which is adopted by the yogi. Then he becomes siddha yogi and get all type of siddhis. But after discussing these things, that when one will be follow these things, then that person will be converted, or that sadhak will be converted as a siddha. But lastly, again, Guru Gorakshnath is telling, but these are the qualities of not give you the parampad. If you, without doing any practical or without experience that parampad, if you only wearing these things, that will be not give you that parampada state. Okay, and only what you will get by wearing this, it will be giving you a yogi identification in the society, but you cannot get that parampada state. But so if you want to get that parampada state or that absolute reality, then you have to experience that pinda and about that samarasikaran, how the samarasikaran will be present. So before you, if you want to be if you want to get that parampad state, then you have to first experience that samarasikaran bhav, or you have to know that pinda and the that pada. You must be know about these things. If you only wearing these things, and then what happen? Then you are become a yogi in the society. Only you are identify as a yogi, but when you will be convert as a siddha yogi, that when you experience it. Okay, all of you clear about this slide?
Ma'am,
Yes.
in there is a point blowing the conch and horn.
हाँ,
Conch, you get it? It was in
means जो शंख 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 को जो conch को होता है ना, that will be he use in the worshipping of the god.
okay, and horn.
Same type of some which will be create the sound that ghanti maybe. Okay, but they're only talking about the conch and horn.
Horn
Okay.
is just that upside it will be there, na madam.
Thread.
Deer, what if we will call? Deer corn will be there, na madam. Upside.
Ma'am, seeing.
That they are saying.
That type which make the horn means, yes, that type of sound it will be make. Okay, blowing conch and the horn. Okay. Shall we move to next slide? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any problem is there or what? All of you clear about this slide or not? It is
Yes, ma'am.
it is only talking about the attire. Okay, no need to, these are will be not come in your exam. Okay, means directly what are the attires? Maybe it will become that where it will be discussed about the attire of the yogis in which Upanishad, it will, sorry, which Upadesa of the Siddhasiddhantapadhati. So you have to remember in this way. Okay, and maybe it is said that in this way the question where in which chapter the yogis attires are discussed. Okay, the same thing will be discussed in the chapter 5, chapter 6 also. So little bit you have to remember what are the points are in chapter 5 and what are the points are in the chapter 6. Clear? So next, after discussing about the attire of a yogi, then it is stated that superior path. So as we discuss here, Guru Gorakshnath is telling that yoga is the superior path. And I am not telling, Guru Gorakshnath is telling that I am not, you don't believe that I am writing this book. So when I am telling that yoga is the good and superior one, no. It is stated by the Lord Shiva that yoga is the superior path than all paths. All other paths is the Pakhanda path is here, but yoga path is the superior one or the best path to achieve that parampada state. Okay, so mainly here two conducts are described. One is the inferior and superior, means two paths of the two paths. So one is inferior path, another one is the superior path. But there are no discussion about the inferior. Only he is just described that yoga is considered as the utkarshata or superior path, and recommended as the swadharma, means how you are conducting the different actions in the day-to-day life. In the same way, swadharma dharma is the yoga one, or yoga path is the swadharma path, prescribed course of conduct. You must be follow the yoga path to get that paramapada state. So Lord Shiva told that there are no path found in the Shruti or Smriti or any type of Shastras, that superior one, but only one is superior here, or the best path is, that is your yoga path. By giving the yoga definition, Guru Gorakshnath is telling yoga is the only way to know that absolute knowledge or absolute reality, which is get through own experience. He repeatedly giving importance that one need to do the experience by his own knowledge. When his own knowledge will be developed, then he becomes know about that absolute knowledge. And when he got know about that absolute knowledge, that state is called as the union with the supreme or parampara. Okay, so yoga is the only way to know absolute knowledge, which is getting through own experience or own knowledge and getting union with that supreme or parampada or seva. Okay, so this is only things I'm talking about the yoga here. After this discussion, then he stated about the stages of realize one's essential nature. Okay, these are most important. How many stages are described of the sadhana? There are 4 stages. Okay, essential nature means realize one's essential nature, means one should be combined with that parampad. How many stages are defined here for the sadhana? There are 4 stages. Okay, what are the 4 stages here? Now, first one is sahaja, second is sayama, third one is sopaya, fourth one is advaita state. Okay, one is sahaja, second is sayama, third one is sopaya, and fourth one is advaita state. So what is your first sahaja means? What do you mean by sahaja? In this state, what will be happen? One will be able to know knowledge of self, means he and I are same in this state. Okay, that supreme self is nothing. That supreme self means aham brahmasmi. I am that. That knowledge is here in the sahaja. Okay, self knowledge. Then second one is the sayama. When becomes one will be know about that. In this state, in Sayam state, Guru Gorakshnath is telling control over the sense organs on reposing all the senses in the Atma. Then when he know about this self-knowledge, then automatically his sense organs will be controlled, and all the sense organs become, all the senses will become, established in the Atma, okay, in the soul. Then in the third stage will be developed, that is your sopaya. What happens in the sopaya state? The realization of the Atma and stabilizing oneself in that Atma. One will be when this controlness will be there of the sense organs, then automatically sopaya. One will be become repose in the that supreme self, and one will be know about that realization of the supreme self. Then fourth one will become, that is your advaita state, that is your realization of the true nature, and one will be achieved that undisturbed state of consciousness. Means whatever we discussed in the previous slides, that are in the 4 stages it is said. That first one will be achieved in the shortly here for the understanding purpose I am written here. Sahaj means the self-knowledge, and Sayam means the self-control. Okay, sopaya means the repose in the self. Then advaita means that parampada state. One will be at that undisturbed state of consciousness, or that niruddhana state. When one will be achieved that state is called here parampada or siva state. All of you clear about this slide?
Ma'am,
Hmm?
This second one, which is saying that reposing all the senses in the Atma, and the third one, Sopaya, saying that stabilizing oneself in that Atma. Is there any difference?
Yes, here it is talking about the sense, but if you clearly know repose in the self, how it will be possible? When sense as well as your mind. So sopaya in this sopaya state, it is talking about the mind, because how you will be realized in the mind only, na? Whenever your mind will be controlled, when your mind will be stabilized in oneself, then only you realize about that true nature. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So all of you clear about this slide? Yes, others please.
Yes.
Okay. Just 1 second. Yes. All of you clear till this slide? Or any problem is there?
Okay.
Can you show the previous slide? There was
Yes. Yes. This one?
previous one.
This one.
Yes.
This over. Shall I move?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Next, who will achieve this Parapada state? Means it is purely this chapter is talking about the yogi, how one will be achieved and what are the things will be required. Those things are discussed here. So who will achieve this Parampad state, means this higher state? Now by studying the different numerous shastras or scriptures, that will be not give you that Parampad. Okay. From the knowledge of the logic or from the philology, means branches of the knowledge, different knowledge, if you are collecting and conducting different Vedic studied and also conducting different type of Vedic karmas are there. And if you are following all the things, that will be not give you, or that will be through these things, you will not achieve that Parampata state. Okay. And if you are only listening the Vedanta and Upanishads, if someone is reading and you are just listening, means all of you understand here, means here it is talking about the guru. If one guru is only said and give his knowledge, and one yogi or the sadhak will be only receive that knowledge, means in the theoretical way, that will also not give you that parampada state. Okay. By saying and understanding that tattvamasi, means you are that, by telling only that I am that, I am that, I am that, in that way, if you are doing the chant in this way, that also not give you that parampada state. And if you are also, if you are repeatedly chanting the hamsa, hamsa means, as we discuss in the yogis, that hamsa will be converted in the soham sound. If you are only chanting the hamsa and you think that that hamsa will be converted automatically soham, no, it will be not converted into soham, because when you get that soham sound, only that is the your parampada state. So it will be not giving you that absolute reality. And if you your meditation upon this unity of Jiva and Brahma, that also not achieve, that also not give you that Parampada state. So what practicing dhyana, sorry, until this, by repeating chanting of Hamsa also not give you that Parampada state. So what you need to do, now first you started the your dhyana should be do properly. But here all the negative way it is described, that if only you are meditating, only you are practicing the laya state, if you are only doing the dhyana or only obtains the silence, only you are becoming practice the silence only, then that also not give you the that parapada state. And you are doing any type of chanting or japa or any type of libation. Libation means a drink of food offering to a deity. Okay, libation by pouring that particular libation. If you think that I by drinking this one I will get that parampada, that will be not possible, and it will be not give you that moksha state or that liberation state. So how one will be get? Only through the knowledge of the path of yoga is gained from the mouth of a guru. Then only one person or one sadhak or one yogi get that absolute reality. Okay. So these all the things are here described as the pakhanda path. If you are not following the yoga path, then all the things that will be not give you and not achieve helpful for to achieve the parampada state. Okay. So next,
Ma'am,
yes,
so these are all the yoga paths, right?
ha.
So what he is
all
trying.
all are not yoga paths, but here it is because here dhyana are there, meditation means meditation is there, or laya is there. These all are yoga paths, but here Guru Gorakshnath is giving importance on the first, the systematic practice. If only you are sitting in one place and doing japa, that is that will be not give you that parapada state. Okay, so for the yoga path, many other things will be there. He just tried to understand in that point of view. So you have to go, means yama, niyama, asana, pranayam. In this way, you have to go at dhyana stage. Then you will get that samadhi state. Okay, directly you cannot jump on the dhyana, or directly you cannot jump over the laya state. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
We discuss about the Ashtanga Yoga na, in the second chapter. Yes or no? So when what is yoga path here then? All of you need to follow all the things. When you go in a systematic way, first you have to, if you are a beginner, you have to follow the niyamas, then asana, then pranayam, then pratyahara, then dharana, then dhyana, then you have to go to that samadhi state. But directly, if you jump over the dhyana and you want that dhyana is the last state, and you will get that parampada in the samadhi after the dhyana, that will be not possible, because before dhyana you need to control over your senses and your mind. So that things is required in the pranayam state. So before pranayam practice you cannot do that dhyana. Okay, clear
Okay,
now?
Yes, ma'am.
okay, laya it is okay, but by practicing the japa, madam, how it is be?
Japa means only by chanting. Only chanting it will be possible to get that parampada state.
No,
Where
madam.
Japa state will become in which area?
Mantra yoga it will become, madam, but
Mantra yoga. But here it is not described about the mantra yoga, because he is giving importance on the Ashtanga yoga. In that way, he is just doing the means he don't want to accept that only by japa you cannot achieve that parampada state. Okay, by his statement is here that only japa means japa yoga, mantra yoga. He is not explain about the mantra yoga. He just tried to say only by we know, because other texts are discussed about the mantra yoga, but here he just tried to no don't want to accept that the japa only by contemplating or by chanting on a particular sloka or particular word, it will be not give you that parampada state. So you have to go and you have to follow the path of yoga. What is that path of yoga? That is already discussed in the chapter 2. Okay,
okay.
now it is
Because
clear.
I know why I have confused means in mantra yoga they will say no, madam, that if we have chanted ekakshara, dviyakshara, Means if you chanted continuously, we will get the mukti and all. They will say in that. So they have mentioned.
Ekakshara, Dvayakshara, where it is described?
In mantra yoga, they will describe now.
Where mantra yoga? We are not discuss about any mantra yoga.
Yeah, not madam. That
Contemplating on a particular, here it is written that one's true nature. There's no discussion about the mantra yoga here.
okay, madam.
Till now, we are not discuss about any type of chanting. Here it is clear. Here.
Mantra yoga, I have studied. That's why I'm confused.
So after getting success, then he can do the different type of japa, then can do different type of his lifestyle may be changed. But for that reason, one need to first get that parapada state. After
They
that,
have given below na, I think so. Mantra is also taken by the guru, I think so. The last line is there, na ma'am. Only through the knowledge, only through the knowledge is gained from the mouth of a guru. Means with
yes, only through the knowledge of the path. Means here it is knowledge means the path of yoga, or the path means the yoga practices which is prescribed by the guru. Okay, on the guru guidance, whatever we practices we are doing in the yoga, that you need a guru, yes or no? So in the same way it is talking, Guru Gorakshnath is telling, under the guidance of a guru, one should practice the yoga. Okay, and whatever the Siddha Guru will be telling about that yoga knowledge, that should be accepted and that should be practiced.
okay,
Clear?
Thank you.
Okay, coming to the next slide, benefits of the yoga siddhi, it is discussed here. The siddha yogi becomes, whenever one will be get that parapada, what happens? That many benefits he will get, which means whatever he wish, that is comes true in his mouth, means whatever he just think, whatever he wish, that is comes true, that will be correct one. And the second is free from old age and death. He becomes free from old age and your death, means beyond the birth and death. That will be a one benefit of the yoga siddhi here. Impossible to get death or harm by gods and demons, means that type of power he achieved when he got that parapada state, that yogi or that sadhak is become not harmed by any type of gods or demons. Okay, then in the next stage he spots like a bhairava, means that person or that yogi becomes combined with that bhairava, because in the bhairava form he just started doing his sadhana or started doing his practices. So in the same way he become converted as the bhairava. Okay, and gains longevity, may die only he want, means his age factor will be increased, means ichha mrityu, means what whenever he want, at that time he can die. Okay, like who is in the Mahabharat who get that yes, yes, Bhisma Pitama. And the same quality will be, or same benefit will be get by that Siddha Yogi. Okay, and get all type of siddhis. Whatever we discuss in the yoga, the Ashta siddhis are there. So all siddhis will be get by that Siddha Yogi. And it is stated by it is not stated by the Guru Gorakshnath. Guru Gorakshnath is telling, the statement is given by the Lord Shiva, that if one will be achieve that parapada state, that practitioner will get this type of benefits or this type of siddhis. What type of siddhis? Now, whatever he wishes in his life, that becomes true, that and he will be get easily, and he becomes free from all old age or birth and death cycle, and he is impossible to get any type of harm or any type of no gods and no demons will be harmful for harm that Siddha Yogi, and that Siddha Yogi is equal with that Bhairava, and he becomes, his S factor will be grown up, and he becomes, whenever he want, that time he will get die, and all type of siddhis will he get. That is your Ashtasiddhi. Next, after discussing this, he just try to elaborate more that what type of successful, what are the benefits here got. This is a overall benefit. But how, in which year he will be get, that is described in this slide. That a yogi will be take 12 years. Okay. How much time he will be take to get that parampad? This is very, very important. One sadhak will be get siddhi in his sadhana in how many years? After 12 years. Okay, it will be take 12 years to get that parampada state only by the guru grace. If guru is not there, then that yogi or that sadhak will not get success in his sadhana. So for his successful sadhana, one need to first, one requirement is to need a guru. Okay. Then what happened in the first year? What is the achievement and what is the benefit he got? Now overcome from diseases and become favorite of all. And people always crave to see him because that type of brightness will be there in the body or in the face, that people, whoever not like also, they also try to want to see that person. That type of development will be there in the first year, according to the Guru Gorakshnath, that he becomes free from all type of disease and he becomes favorite for all, and all the peoples are crave for this only, to see his face or to see him. Okay. And what happened in the second year? He becomes speak in all type of language. Means he is the knower of all language. Okay. This achievements will, or this benefit will be developed in which year? Second year. And in the third year, what happened? He gains, that sadhak will gains divine body and not scattered of snake and tigers. Means any type of animals cannot be harmed that divine or that siddha. And because why? Because that siddha, that yogi will be converted as a divine body. Okay. And in the fourth year, what happened? He becomes overcomes from hunger, thirst, sleep, cold, heat, and a divine yogi, and gains power of hearing, which is inaudible. Means he has capacity to hear all type of sounds which is present in the nearby, also present in the distance area. All type of sound can be audible. Inaudible means which is not audible in the normal ears. That type of sound he become ability to hear. Okay, that type of power will be developed in this fourth year. And in the fifth year, what happens? He having ability to enter another body. Okay, he get that siddhi that one will be able to enter another body in the fifth year. What happens in the sixth year? In the sixth year, no harm by weapons and underbolts shall not hurt him. Means any type of weapons cannot be harmed that yogi body. Why? Because he will already get that divine body in the which year? In the fourth year. So in the seventh year, he got the speed like a wind and raise like in air and ability to know future events. Okay, these are the one qualities of the Ashtasiddhi I know. But here in the seventh year, according to the seventh year, Guru Gorakshnath is telling gain speed and rise in air and ability to know about the future events, that is developed in the seventh year. And in the eighth year, he got all siddhis, means all Ashtasiddhi or all 8 supernatural powers will be got in the 8th year of the sadhana. Then in the 9th year of the sadhana, what will be achieved? Body becomes hard like a diamond and also bright like the diamond. It will be brightness and the hardness will be developed like the diamond of the which body? Here it is the yogi body, and able to travel in all direction in the air. How air will be passes through in the all direction? In the same way that yogi become travel in the all direction or all the lokas. Here direction means here specially talking about the all lokas simultaneously he can move. Okay. Then in the 10th year, what happened? Able to move to any region as fast as wind. And in 11th year, omniscient and gains all supernatural powers. He becomes omniscient and gains all type of any after that 8 Ashta Siddhi, whatever other supernatural powers are there, he becomes God in the 11th year. Then in the 12th year, what happens? He becomes or being like a Shiva or Bhairava, becomes creator and destroyer. Okay, how the Shiva will be the creator and destroyer, we know. In the same way that yogi or sadhak will be converted as a Shiva, and he is the creator or destroyer. And a siddha is respected like the Sri Bhairava in all the three worlds. Okay, whatever the three worlds are present, in the all three worlds, he just respected like the Sri Bhairava. All of you clear about this two slide? They are the span of 12 years and this achievements of the yogi. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
After this successfulness of the Siddhi discussion, then in the next slokas, it is described Santanas. Okay. Santanas, 5 types of lineages or tradition of the Gurukul. Okay. 5. How many types? 5 types of Gurukulas are Santanas are there. First one is Einath Santanam. Second one is the Bileshwar Santanam. Third one is the Vibhuti Santanam. Fourth one is the Nath Santanam. Fifth one is the Yogishwara Santanam. Okay, how many Santanas, how many tradition of the Gurukul is there? There are 5 types. So what are that? First one is Einath, Bileshwar, Vibhuti, Natha, and Yogishwar. Okay. Next, after discussing this 5 tradition, then he discuss about the source, characteristic, deities, and state. Okay. First is Einath Santan, which source is earth. Here only Panchbhutas are present: earth, water, fire, wind, and ether. Okay. The same thing, but you have to establish and you have to correct it in the sequence order according to this Santanas or traditions. Okay. The earth, Einath Santana source is earth. Its characteristics is hardness and its deity is Brahma. If you seen in this deities sequence, it is also familiar with you. Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra. Okay, Shiva is not there. Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Iswara, Sadasiv. So you have to remember first this sequence of these Santanas. Then automatically you can it will be easy to remember the source and deities. Okay. Then what is the earth characteristics? Earth means the hardness is there. Bhumi is always hard. So here the earth hardness characteristics also easy to remember. Then deity is Brahma. Okay. And the state is Tula, gross element. So earth is a gross element, Stula form. Then second one is the Bileshwar Santanam, which source is water and it is characteristics. So water is like liquid form, but here it is stated that moisture form. Sorry. Characteristic is moisture, and deity is Vishnu, and its state is Sukshma, means subtle form here. Then next third one is the Vibhuti Santanam. Its source is fire. Vibhuti is coming from the fire. Then characteristic is fire means it giving the brightness, means lightness. Light will be there. And deity is Rudra. And the state is Karana state or the cause. Is the Karana. Then next is fourth one is the Nath Santanam, which is the source is wind or air. Air always speed. So that is your speed, is the characteristic of the Nath Santanam. And the deity is Iswara. And its state is Turiya. It's the fourth stage. That is your Turiya state. Then fifth one is Yogishwara Santanam, which is the source is ether. Characteristic is steadiness. Okay, constant. And the deity is Sadasiv, and the state is Turyatit or beyond the fourth. This fourth Turyatit is above the Turiya state. So that it is written here, the beyond the fourth, means beyond this fourth state. What is Turiya state is there, beyond that Turyatit is there. Okay, the yogi who experienced all this state, means this Ainaths, Bileshwar, Vibhuti, Nath and Yogeshwar, means all the sources, all the state, these states, Stula, Sukshma, Karana, Turiya and Turyatit state, then that person, that yogi is called as the Siddha Purusa. That person will be converted as the Siddha Purusa. Okay, he named as the Siddha Purusa here. So here you need to remember the when one will be experienced this five state, then what that yogi is called here. So that yogi is called here Siddha Purusa. Okay. Then lastly, in this chapter, Guru Gorakshnath is talking about the qualities of a true guru or Sadguru. Means guru can be guru, maybe everyone, but Sadguru is very important. Who is a Sadguru? That is characteristics is defined here. So by discussing on this regarding this guru, he just stated there is nothing greater than guru, nothing greater than guru, nothing greater than guru, nothing greater than. Means 4 times it will be repeated in the slokas. Okay, this is your 5th chapter and verses 62 is there, this sloka. Then who is true guru? The guru who invokes auspiciousness or success and imparts, means pass the knowledge and the repose of the consciousness in the parampad. Means ultimately he is trying to say the guru who experienced that parampad by his own, that person only is the stated as the Sadguru. Without experiencing that Parampada state, if he is only through the theoretical knowledge is there, then that person will be not stated as the Sadguru. And other qualities also here it is described. Repose in the Niruddhana state means attain that Niruddhana state and helps disciples to get established in his own nature. Okay, and also he becomes helpful to the disciple to achieve that state, Parampada state. That is the oneself or own pinda nature. Then helps disciple becomes free from the cycle of birth and death. Okay, by experiencing own that Parampada state, he must be help to the disciple to achieve that state. Okay, then only that person or that guru is called as the Sadguru here. And only the grace of guru is the basic factor which finally leads to merge with the Shiva. So without guru grace, one cannot achieve that higher state. Clear to everyone this slide? Yes? All of you there or not?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We are here.
It is clear, this chapter is clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Rajeshwari, why you are joining late? I think you joined late.
Actually, ma'am, next week also I'll miss 1 or 2 classes. My sister's daughter's marriage. So little busy with shopping and stuff, ma'am.
Okay. So tomorrow we will finish the Siddhasiddhantapadhati. All of you try to attend the 6th chapter. Whatever we discuss in this 5th chapter, try to memorize the things, important points. Mostly in this chapter you will see what? Who can little bit explain me? Sarikaji is not there. Okay.
About 6 chapter, ma'am.
No,
Hmm.
only
Fifth.
fifth one. Simiji, you tell. Okay, Saksiji, you mute. Simiji, you tell me what you understand. I don't want the exact words from the slide. What you understand in this fifth chapter, just explain it.
Okay, in this chapter, chapter name is Pindapada Samarasabhava. Means in this union of the Pinda with the supreme reality is explaining, and here for this Guru is needed for the path. For the path to achieve the supreme reality, Guru is needed. And here it is told that path of the yoga is the best and the only path to attain the moksha. And then there is a 4 stages of sadhana. Here explained: Sahaja, Samyama, Sopaya, Advaita. And then here it is told that absolute spirit is achieved only through the own experience, by its own experience, and only through the guidance of the Guru, and only through the practicing the yoga, and not attending any other pakhand, means considering any other heretical. And then how one can achieve the paramapada stage. Uh, this is by the constant practice of contemplating its true nature. Then
Means mostly it is said that if one will be follow the yoga path under the guidance of the Guru, then one will be achieve that
achieve
parampad. Yes or no?
yes.
Yes. Okay. How many years it will be take to get that parampada state? Saksiji,
12 years, ma'am.
12 years. What are the achievements he got in these years? Have you write it down? Have you written?
And me?
Saksiji.
Yes, ma'am. Bit of it I have written. I can tell.
Yes.
Like in detail, I have not written. I have taken the screenshot, but I can tell some of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Ma'am, shall we do tomorrow, ma'am? A research class is there, Sakshi.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, we'll
We
discuss
will
on.
jot down the notes also, ma'am, because we have taken only screenshots. We need to write the notes.
Okay, so also all of you try to do the notes in your copy fast. Okay. Okay, quickly, Rajeshwari ji, do the prayer. Shantipat.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm.
All of you, please bring your attention to your breath, your body, and just witness the thoughts in your mind right now. I'll do the Yogena Chittasya prayer, thanking sage Patanjali and other sages who have given this valuable knowledge. Join your palms at the heart chakra. Take a deep inhalation and chant Om. Om. Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacha Malam Sharirasya Cha Vaidyakena Yopakarotam Pravaram Munina Patanjalim Pranjaliranatosmi Abahu Purushakaram Shankhachakrasidharinam Sahasrasirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Srimate Anantaya Nagarajaya Namo Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now gently rub your palms a few times, charge them, energize them, and cup this energy to your eyes. Send it to yourself, seal it inside. Lower your arms, open your eyes whenever you feel good. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rajeshwari ji.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
I think we
Tomorrow,
need to
6:30.
stop the